Custom sportswear and workwear by Baru Sports in Ennis and Shannon. From clubs and schools to local businesses, we design quality gear that looks sharp and lasts. Baru Sports Ennis and Shannon, custom made for your team, your work, your game. Call us now on 061 364 750.
TUS Intermediate Football Championship semi-final of 2025. Two sides, I suppose, that are looking to make their own bit of history. Cooraclare looking to get back up into the senior ranks after being down for the last couple of years. The Banner hoping to break in there for the first time. Meanwhile, I'm joined in commentary here by Michael Neelan for the day. And Michael, I suppose we're looking forward to what will hopefully be a lively and entertaining game over the next hour or so.
Yeah, I think you're looking at two very high-scoring teams from their last games out, and conditions today are excellent. Both teams have really flair up front, so we're looking forward to seeing that. And I think both teams have their eyes set on making it to a final.
And I suppose even from your own experience, we were just talking about the number of people that have been through, I suppose, the under-20 squads, under-21 squads over the last few years. So there's huge experience in both setups. I suppose the Banner would be seen as maybe the slightly younger team coming in with more room for that development. But there's plenty, I suppose, we've seen at county level from Cooraclare as well.
Yeah, look at you look no further than Brian McNamara at midfield for Cooraclare, and you're looking for experience at the highest possible levels of inter-county and university, and we're blessed to have someone like him on the pitch today to look at. But yeah, then you look at the numbers game. The Banner have had, between hurling and football, maybe 2/3 of their team has been inter-county under-20s over the last 5 or 6 years, so they bring a wealth of experience. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one pans out.
And we'll take a quick look at the teams now. We'll start with the Banner first of all. So starting in goals is Mark Cleary. They have a full back line of number 2, which is Conor O'Toole. Coming in wearing number 20 is Conor Dennehy. He replaces Kenneth Higgins. And at the other corner is Keane Rinn. It's Fuad Akinwale and then Owen Walsh, the captains, aside from centre back, and Justin McGrath. Brian McDonald and Niall Walsh is at midfield. It's Matthew McGrath, Shane Meehan and Ronan Kilroy. And Owen Fitzpatrick, Sean McGrahan and Thomas Minahan inside. It's Cooraclare is lining out with Harry O'Gorman in goals, Gary Donlan, Gerard Lillis, and then coming in wearing number 18 is Ronan Donlan. It's Kieran Chambers, Pierce Lillis and Jake Gary in the half-back line, Sean O'Dea and Brian McNamara in midfield. Jack Carey, Sean Brown and Darragh Townsend makes up their half-forward line. Simon Cullen, Kevin Marnin comes in wearing number 19 and Shane Lillis. So two changes on the Cooraclare side. Both Aaron Townsend and Colin McNamara have been replaced by wearing number 18 will be Ronan Donlan and number 19 Kevin Marnin. And I suppose when you look at that and you look even if things were to line up nearly as we're looking at it, you're looking at Shane Meehan at centre forward for the Banner, and then you're looking at Pierce Lillis as centre back for Cooraclare.
Yeah, that would be an unbelievable match-up to get our eyes on during the day. I'm not so sure if it'll work out like that. I wonder. Will Cooraclare like to give Pierce the role of an attacking number 6, and if he's doing that, he probably isn't going to take up Shane, but we'll know very early on. But it'll be an unbelievable matchup if that pans out.
And I suppose we're also being told that with Kenneth Higgins out, that there will possibly be a shift around in terms of positions from the Banner side.
Yeah, and it looks like Niall Walsh could take up the number 3 position, and he has some good experience there. But coming into the pitch today and looking at this, Niall was named at midfield, and I think Niall might have been the man to take up Brian McNamara at midfield, and it may be a loss of Niall around the middle third there to put the shackles on Brian, so that'll probably be handed to Brian McDonald, or B-Mac as he's fondly known, to take up Brian, and that's going to be another battle that's going to have a big bearing on how it all develops.
And I suppose we're just looking at the form coming into this. Obviously both sides had 3 games in their group. They won 2, they lost 1. So with Cooraclare it was a win by 4 points over Naomh Eoin. Then Finn beat them 4-16 to 12 points in round 2, and they had a win over Liscannor by 3 points, 12 points to 9. The Banner, on the other hand, comprehensive winners in their last group game over in Innisdiamond, 4-21 they put on the board that time to 9 points. They got the best of Michael Cusick's 15 points to 110, and obviously Kilrush turned them over in the first round by a single point. split, so 115 to 114. But both sides bouncing back in the quarter-final. I suppose Cooraclare putting 314 on the board, the Banner putting 21 on the board, and that's really where the expectation of a high energy, high score, energy fuel game is coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do expect there's a lot of good forwards out there today, so we expect high scores. We also expect that of the two teams, Cooraclare probably the more battle-hardened after that game against Kilrush. That was a huge win for them, one that probably not many around the county expected. I do believe that the Cooraclare lads themselves fully believe that they were going to win that game, where the Banner had probably an easier route in their last game. So I expect Cooraclare to start that little bit quicker. It may take the Banner a few minutes to really get to the pitch of it, but once they do, they're well capable of living with Cooraclare.
And I suppose that's where the little bit of experience comes in as well. Cooraclare obviously only down in the intermediate ranks for the past few years, where for the Banner it's nearly their first appearance in an intermediate championship semi-final.
Yeah, and it's a huge day for the Banner. It's a step further, and that's what the Banner are on a journey. It's not that long since we were watching them in junior finals, and they made that step up. And now here they are getting to an intermediate semi-final within a few years of that, and they're progressively going that one step further every year. They're in with a chance today of getting to this final, which might be ahead of their expectations, but it's very, very doable for them. But as you said, Cooraclare have the knowledge of senior championship football. That's there. They still have 5 or 6 of those guys that were involved in the county final in 2015. That's going to count for an awful lot today.
Yeah, and I suppose just even looking at the benches then, obviously over the course of the game, Tom Meehan manages the Banner, Shane's father, and then Cooraclare have turned to Martin Daly this year to bring his experience from Nissy Casey down the road and try and make sure they return to senior ranks.
Yeah, and look at, I think it's Cooraclare and Martin they've shown great faith in one another, and this is the reward that ultimately they've been working towards, and they put in a few years of very hard work developing, and I think the whole thing has come to fruition with the return of Brian Mack from the States after his summer stint there.
And we'll pause here in Hennessy Park with Tom Malbay for the playing of Oranavine. Both sides now just breaking from the huddle as we watch and see, and I suppose we'll also talk maybe on the conditions. We've been here in July where there is a heavy breeze blowing down the pitch here. There is a slight breeze at the moment blowing up towards the town end here in Milltown, Malbay, Michael, but conditions are near perfect.
Yeah, they're absolutely perfect. Pitches in great condition, tightly cut, ready for a lively championship game of football. Sun is shining down, as you say. The wind is slightly favouring the Banner here in the first half, so that will give the likes of Shane Meehan and company, Sean McMahon, a chance to go for a few two-pointers.
And at the moment, Pierce Lillis is the man that's standing behind Shane Meehan. They're just getting to know each other at the moment, which is to be expected before the throw up of the ball. So we're just waiting for everyone to get back their correct distance. It's going to be the Banner who will have advantage of that bit of a breeze here in the first half as they attack the town in goals. Meanwhile, the ball is in the hands of the referee. It's up in the air. The game is underway, and it breaks straight away to Cooraclare possession. Forward they go through Brian McNamara. Brian told him just goes that little bit too far. Ball goes to ground. In nipping, looking for it there straight away was Simon Cullen. He working the ball out here towards the centre, back into Brian's hands again. He's gone inside the D here at the moment. He's looking to recycle, looking for runners off the shoulder. Ball passed over in front to Shane Lillis here at the moment. Shane has the first opportunity. The kick is off, but this one is staying to the left and wide. Oh, I suppose early indications of the threat there, and I suppose it's obvious as well. 3 times within that play, the ball was put into Brian's hand.
Absolutely, and that's his familiar route and favourite route through the middle, but I think the Banner had tucked in nicely and were ready to, I think 3 different players got tackles on him in that play.
Ball turned over by Dara Townsend on this occasion. Dara has advantage with it. He keeps possession. He's heading in now towards the 21. Lays off the ball in front of Simon Cullen. Back in as far as Dara once more. Working it back out. Here's the second opportunity. It's Simon Cullen with the opening point of the game. Well worked there with Dara Townsend. The little 1-2s into space and take the kick when it was on.
Yeah, and that's the importance of winning your own kick out. So that kick out, Dara Townsend anticipated it, played from the front, got in there, and laid it off nicely, and an excellent point from Simon.
Kick out going the far end this side of the field. This time it's won there by Justin McGrath. Justin now he's looking for players in around the centre. He had called the mark, but then he didn't hear the whistle, so he was going playing on. But it's gone back again, and it's going to be an opportunity here for him just outside his own 45. And I suppose the one thing the Banner will want is just to get their hands on the ball early. Yeah,
it's important that Sean McMahon, who's been lighting up the lights here over the course of the championship, gets on the ball early, and Shane Meehan as well.
So Fuhud has the possession. He gets it as far as Owen Fitzpatrick on this occasion. Owen now trying to make unders. Up he goes inside the 45. He's trying to keep possession. There's 3 different Cooraclare men around him. Ball goes to ground. It's still there bobbling around, but Jake Gary is the man who picks it up. And Jake now looking to release the ball out the far side of the field here in Miltown Malbedicum. Looking for Sean O'Dea. Sean with possession. He's looking ahead of himself. He decides to maintain possession. Waits for that bit of movement inside. Ball goes to ground. In looking for it on this occasion is Justin McGrath. He turns it over again for the Banner. Works in front of Brian McDonald. Brian tries to play it here in towards the centre. Over it goes to Ronan Kilroy. Kilroy with possession. He's looking ahead, decides to slow it down, works the ball in front of Thomas Minahan. Thomas now is on the 45. Thought about the kick, but instead he decides to recycle it. Plays it back here in front of Shane Meehan. Shane is going to take on that kick. In it goes, but this one is just going to drop short and into the hands of Harry O'Gorman.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the Banner trying to work some 2-pointers there already. They've withdrawn the majority of players outside the 40-metre arc, and trying to get someone like Shane on the ball.
Turned over once more by Fuhud on this occasion. Gets it as far as Shane. Shane now plays it in front of the number 14, Sean McMahon. McMahon steadies himself. He's on the 21. The kick is in, but it looks to be drifting, and it has drifted to the right and wide on this occasion.
Yeah, and you can see the dual threats of the Banner there, with Shane drifting out to become the ball supplier and Sean McMahon inside. So, and you can expect that to interchange throughout the day.
And I suppose what we said it just moments ago, what I suppose pleased the Banner is that they have created 2 opportunities in the last minute or so they're settling into the game.
Absolutely, and for a young team, that's exactly what you need to do in the first 5 minutes.
Kick out going long into the hands there of Sean Brown on this occasion. Sean laying it off there in front of Dara Townsend once more. Dara's on the way forward, gives the pass in. There's opportunities to release Shane Linus on this occasion. Shane just loses possession, get the foot to it, back as far as Brown again. Down over the ball goes Sean, he goes to ground, but play goes on nonetheless. Back into the centre, turned over on this occasion by the Banner, and I suppose that's where the condensedness of the defence comes into it.
Yeah, you would have to be impressed with the Banner closing things up so far, and they seem to be committed to a very distinctive plan, and they recognise the threats that are coming through the middle from Cooraclare.
Shane Meehan on the ball once more from he's inside the 45, heading just inside the D. Now he's on the smaller of the D's as the kick goes in. And we wait and see. I think that one is in. It is indeed. It's over the bar. An opening score for Shane, an opening score for the Banner. It's 1 point apiece.
Yeah, that's the threat there is very much alive and active, and Cooraclare will probably have to keep an eye on Shane, particularly with the wind at his back, and Shane gives you the option of taking ball through for goal chances or kicking 1 or 2 pointers, and he's off the mark.
And I suppose that's the danger from a Cooraclare point of view as well, that if you're going to leave Pearce on him and Pearce likes to attack, well, it's going to leave space somewhere for Shane to be able to get on the ball.
Yeah, well, you can see from the Banner so far, they are quite defensive, and they're relying on turnovers. That one came from a turnover. They are quite rapid on a turnover. If they get the likes of Shane and Sean McMahon on the ball in these turnover situations, they will cause problems for Cooraclare.
Gary Donlan is just receiving treatment out here in front of us at the moment, so that's to hold up and play at the moment. It looks to be down around the ankle is where he's receiving it, but I suppose as we hit just over the 5 minutes, the game as expected. Both sides are attacking from the off. They've had I suppose a score on the board each. They've had another opportunity each, and we're really starting to see it get into a flow.
Yeah, and they're both finding their range now, and they know where they can shoot from, so it's going to be, as most games are at the moment, it's a battle on the kickouts, and here we have another one.
Going long again, down they go. They're looking for Jake Gary on this occasion. He wins it. He's going all the way. He goes in front of in front of Thomas Meehan on this occasion. He works it as far as Shane once more. Shane plays it back. They've got numbers here on the stand side if they want to use them. Instead, it's Brian McDonald with possession. Works it there in front of Ronan Kilroy. Kilroy now, he gets it. He's got the runner in Meehan once more. Meehan goes to ground. It's turned over, however. Play goes on. It's the ball back with Garrod Lillis. And I suppose that's the danger when you try to attack up that centre and Cooraclare get the numbers around.
Absolutely, that was an excellently timed shoulder by the Cooraclare defence there, and you know it was necessary. If Tom Meehan had got that ball, he was straight through, and Tom knows where the goals are.
Ball being worked over here. Cooraclare have 3 different men on the outlet if they want it, but on this occasion it's Sean O'Dea who has it. Sean lays it off now as they're going to carry it up, and it's going to be carried forward from Ronan Donlan. Donlan gives it over as far as Dara Townsend. Townsend back in front of Sean O'Dea once more. The little pop pass over the top. Brian is making the move. That's where the ball goes to. He has possession. He's inside O'Dea. The advantage being played. He bounces it. He's still going towards the 20. Takes the toe tap, loses possession. But advantage was being played, as we said. We're going to come back, and it's going to be a free just inside the D here in Miltomalba.
Yeah, and you know that's something that will satisfy the banner in that they've recognised the threat. You see Shane Meehan there getting back play, serving his defensive duties very well, making sure Brian Mack doesn't get through the middle. But you know Brian will keep trying that option, and it's very hard to keep the shackles on him for the full hour.
So Harry O'Gorman has been called from the goals here at the moment. He's more or less dead straight in front of the goals, and judging by the distance in his kickouts, you would expect the distance will be there. It's a matter of just keeping the accuracy.
Yeah, and he's done this in previous games, so he's trusted, and this while it's quite tricky and it is difficult, but it's an opportunity.
Here comes the kick. In it goes. It never wavered whatsoever. Straight in and over the black spot. It's an opening free for Harry, and he just nudges Cooraclare that little bit back in front. 7.5 minutes gone here. It's 2-1. So Mark Cleary is looking and surveying his options here at the moment. He's got no one really free, so you would expect this is going long, and that's exactly where it's going, down in midfield. He's looking for Brian McDonald. McDonald gets up, but he's turned over by Sean O'Dea. O'Dea wins the ball, gets it forward. Now we're on the move, quick through Brian McNamara once again. Here comes Brian inside that 2-pointer zone again. He is, as he looks to survey the options. Is he going to come back out with it? Instead he maintains possession. Now he releases it as far as Simon. Simon gets the boot behind it. This one is drifting, however, out to the left and wide.
Yeah, and again it's route 1 from Brian McNamara, but again the banner closing. There was a gap there, I thought, for a split second, but banner had multiple players to close that in.
So back in the hands once more of Mark Cleary. Last kick out was turned over by Sean O'Dea, so you'd expect he might try and keep it away from that side, but if he does, he's going down on Brian McDonald. Or Brian McNamara. So as the kick out goes, it's straight down the centre, and it's only Pearce that's waiting there, gathers the ball. He's got runners ahead of him if he wants to use them. It's advantage was being played, nothing accruing. Back we go, and Pearce will get us back underway. He comes over here towards the sideline, plays it straight in front of Dara Townsend. Townsend now has options in around the centre if he wants to use them. Decides to do so as they work the ball here now. Up that sideline side they come, looking for a bit of movement straight away as Pearce, but he decides to hold on to the ball, checks back in, looks for runners through the centre. It's going to be Dara Townsend. He's seen a lot of possession already in the first opening 9 or so minutes of this game. He's been fronted up there by Fuhad at the moment as he releases the ball. Here comes the shot. In it goes. It is Kevin Marnon who took it on. It's not going to have the distance. It breaks down inside. It's the banner who pick it up, and I suppose that shows an indication of the breeze that you are kicking into, that once it hit the teeth of it, it nearly just dropped straight.
Absolutely. And you know, here we have the banner again, and Shane supplying Tom Meehan.
Tom just can't get the hands to it. It's turned over on this occasion by Garrod Lillis. Lillis now in as far as Pearce once more. Pearce has the ball, looking for options outside him. He goes to Sean O'Dea on this occasion. Sean is coming forward, goes to ground. Everyone thought there might have been a trip, but instead it's an overcarry.
Yeah, and that's from a position where I think Ronan Kilroy looks like he's shaping up to it, and he'd consider it, you know, he'd fancy his chances on this one with the wind at his back.
So he's going to be about 50 metres, maybe just inside the 50-metre mark. He is straight in front of the goals, has that bit of a breeze behind him, as the message is going in to Sean McMahon to get himself in the square just in case that ball drops short. And Ronan steadying himself up. It's his first opportunity of the afternoon. It's not going to have the distance. It's also not going to have the accuracy, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably that metre or two too far out, but probably well worth the shot. It puts the pressure on Cooraclare again to fight and win their own kick out.
So 10.5 minutes gone. It's 2 points to Cooraclare, 1 point to the banner. The ball now in the hands of Harry O'Gorman. He's in no rush whatsoever, as you'd expect, playing into the breeze. As he steps back, he'll going to come straight down here in the centre. There goes the kick. The competition is there for it. It's a matter of who comes down with it. The ball breaking down. It's Shane Meehan who gathers the breaking ball, gets the pass off, but on this occasion it's turned over there. It looks to be Kieran Chambers who had it, and back in he goes. He's plenty of options behind him. That's exactly what he does as they hold up the ball, waiting for the options over across the centre. The run now being made there by, it looked like Kieran Marlin who wasn't in possession. Kieran now has options in front of him. It's going to be Sean Brown. Brown works it back in. He goes for the overlap. Is he going to get the return? He's not in this occasion because it's going to go to Shane Lillis. Shane thinking about the shot. He hasn't got the room, however, still trying to make that little bit of room, and then eventually he's going to work the ball out wide, and I suppose that is the bit of experience and patience you're looking for.
Yeah, and contrast that to the banner. They did excellent on winning the kick out and again and winning the break, but they handed it back to Cooraclare. Cooraclare playing control now against the breeze, and will make sure they take their shots. Probably will have learned from early in the game. We'll work the ball in closer before they get that shot off.
Dara Townsend is the man in possession for him. He's looking into the centre. There's options inside. There's a 1-2 back to Dara again on the 21. Here comes the kick, and this one is drifted, and I suppose a little bit of pressure just put him off at the last moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Well worked and worked close to goals, and Dara has been really impressive so far. Probably been on the ball 4, 5, 6 times for such a young guy, and just as you said, that little bit of pressure skewed it off to the left.
So kick out coming once more from Mark Cleary. Here he goes. He's trying to place it short on this occasion. It does come off as the banner maintain possession. They're just on their own 65 here at the moment, working it forward as far as Ronan Kilroy. Ronan with possession just inside the halfway, gives it back as far as Justin McGrath. McGrath loses possession but has time to gather it again as the banner now through Owen Walsh, captain of the side. He just opens that play out to Conor Dennehy. Conor has nobody in front of him, so he can walk into that space. Now he steadies himself. He looked for movement. Sean McMahon came, presented himself. He has the ball. There's no options for Sean, so is he going to come all the way over here? Fuad is looking for the ball out here. That's exactly where it's going to. He's going to be able to attack into the 45. He's looking for that bit of movement. Shane Meehan made the move, but instead he decides to go back to Brian McDonald. McDonald has the opportunity. He's on that 2-point arc, but on this occasion it's going to drift, and it's going to drift very far right.
Yeah, the banner probably, maybe making a bit much of the wind at the moment. The wind is there, but I suppose it doesn't justify every single shot from outside the 40 metre. Now Brian is well able to take and has a good history of scoring from that range. Just probably needs to settle and find his range a little bit better. It's an open game, probably not as high scoring as we expected, Sean, at this stage, but I'm sure it's going to flare up quite soon.
Yeah, we're just heading over maybe 13.5 minutes or so gone as the ball breaks down. On this occasion, Owen Walsh was trying to pick it up. It's the banner who have possession. Justin McGrath has it. He works it into the centre as far as Brian McDonald. McDonald with the kick pass. That will open up the play. Now they have an opportunity to move it fast. In they go. Meehan had moved inside. Shane can't get the hand to it. It bounces out of the hands. And with that, Cooraclare turn it over.
Banner doing excellent on last 2 Cooraclare kickouts. Have really stifled Brian Mack, but then handed the momentum back to Cooraclare quite quickly afterwards, and that's something they need to tidy up on.
Brian giving the kick pass straight in here in front of his full forward line. Out coming looking for it was Simon Cullen. Simon plays it in. Out they come. They're on the 21 at the moment. The opportunity is there. The kick is in. It doesn't have the distance and just drops into the hands of Mark Cleary on this occasion. Mark now looking for Fuad outside him. He's trying to carry it out of trouble. There's 3 different Cooraclare men around him, but the banner do manage to maintain possession, and they'll have an opportunity now to come down the stand side here in Miltown Malbay. They're attacking with speed through their captain, which is Owen Walsh. Owen looks in towards the centre. Meehan has come looking for it again. Shane now with a little kick pass. In it goes. It was in between 2 different Cooraclare men, but importantly it was straight into the hands of Matthew McGrath. He works it back in front of Ronan Kilroy. Here comes Kilroy. He steps forward inside the 45. The 2-pointer is on, but the distance isn't there once more.
Yeah, and some great attacking play from the banner. Cooraclare probably forcing them and putting the pressure on them. Cooraclare be happy with the banner taking those shots and handing the momentum back to them.
Jake Gary with possession. He decides to go backwards on this occasion as they work the ball over in front of Dara Townsend once more. Dara's on the halfway line. He's looking in ahead. Pierce Lillis demands the ball back. Pierce gets it as far as Sean O'Dea. Now here comes Sean. He's heading up forward. He's heading towards the 45, but he opens up the play out to the far side of the field as they're going to attack up inside. The banner have the numbers, but he jinks in. He's inside that 2-point zone. Now he goes back outside as far as which was Sean Brown. Brown gives the pass inside. They maintain maintain possession. It's a 2-on-1 in there, but more importantly for Cooraclare, they have the ball. Here it comes, popped straight in here into the middle. They come racing, looking for it. It's going to be into their hands. They're looking back. They were almost looking for a pull of the jersey. It didn't come. They still worked the strike, but this one is drifting left and drifting wide. It was Jack Carey on that occasion that had the opportunity.
Yeah, both teams probably just finding their way as regards where to shoot from and where the scoring zone is. It's a tricky breeze for sure, particularly when you're under pressure.
Conor Dennehy, latest man to have picked up an injury, so he's down inside as it gives an opportunity to both sets of management, I suppose, just to get their messages in, because at this stage they've seen just over 16 minutes of it, and they've had a chance to see the patterns.
Yeah, and I think Cooraclare will be very happy with the way their 15 minutes have gone. They're controlling the game. You know, they're playing against a pretty strong breeze. You know, their messages will be to make sure that they keep on going. Then you have the Banner, probably the message there is to just be a little bit more careful on the ball and make more of our opportunities.
Meanwhile, Sean O'Dea has been called ashore. I think it might be a blood sub more than anything else for Sean. Aidan Constantine is the man that has been introduced to the middle of the field, so we'll keep an eye on that down below, as I'd say. It does look like they seem to be treating his hands, so there could be a bit of blood there.
And Sean's had a fabulous start to this game at midfield, and they'll certainly be anxious to get him back in there.
Derek Constantine, or Townsend once more, is the man that has it. Derek plays it here in front. He was looking for the run on that occasion of Kevin Marnon. Marnon now is on his way up onto the 21. He's under pressure all the time inside, tries to wiggle his way about, gets the better of Keenrin on this occasion, still maintains possession. He's going to need help. It's going to come there from that man. Aidan Constantine gets his first taste of the action as he plays the ball back in front of Pearce once more. Pearce is on the charge. We've seen him score from these distances before. This time he lays it off. Chances there. Brian is on his way in. He's pulled back. He goes to ground. Is he inside? He is. It's a penalty.
Yeah. Decisive moment in the game, Sean. This is really gives Cooraclare a chance to make, get full value for their first half's work, and they have controlled everything, and it was probably waiting to happen that Brian was going to slip through at some stage, and now Cooraclare set up with a chance to get a goal on the cards.
It looks like it's Simon Culligan who's going to be the man. Culligan has the ball at his feet at the moment. Niall Walsh deemed the guilty party on that occasion, so Niall has picked up a yellow card on top of that, which isn't good for your full-back, but it is going to be Mark Cleary versus Simon Culligan. Here comes Simon's run up. He's left-footed, off the post, he's going to drop down, he's going to get there first, he gathers it, are we going to have a second one? Simon goes to ground, the calls were there, he's looking at the umpire, but the man will come away with it.
Yeah, that was a marginal call, I have to say. It looked from here like there was something on him inside in the square, but obviously the ref Barry's far closer to it than us and could see exactly what was happening, but that's certainly a big let-off for the Banner.
So with that, the Banner are coming forward. Conor Dennehy now playing that ball inside. They're looking for the run. Shane Meehan has made his way in there. Shane gathers the ball. He slips, but has time to get himself back up. He's looking for the run of Sean McMahon. He gets it as far as McMahon. Sean manages to wrap the boot around it, but he just can't bring the ball in. It's a 4 wide of the afternoon, I suppose, for the Banner, and that'll be the one stat that disappoints them.
Yeah, it will, but I think they'll be happy with their counter-attacking. From each play, they're counter-attacking very quickly, and they're creating those chances. They probably do need to take it a little bit closer. They're shooting under pressure, which is sending an odd one of them to the left or right of the post.
Sean O'Dea has made his reintroduction back into the fray. He'll be wearing 26 for the rest of the game, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But he's at midfield, his hands up in the air, he's looking for the ball, and that's where the ball is coming. Straight down on top of him, up goes Sean, breaks it down. It's going to be Cooraclare possession. Jake Gary with it. Jake plays it in towards the centre, back in front of Sean once more. Sean back as far as Pearce. Pearce now has time to survey in front. He's going to carry it up inside the Banner 65, plays the ball out wide, goes looking for the return pass if they want it, but instead it's going to be carried in there on this occasion as it's back as far as Pearce now once more. He's got options left and right of him. He decides to go to his right, which is back towards the 65, as Cooraclare won't mind, I suppose, maintaining possession. The scoreboard might be 2 points to 1, but there's nearly 20 minutes gone, and the Banner, I suppose, are making the most of the win they have at the moment.
Yeah, and with Brian back on the ball again.
Advantage being played once more for a pull of the jersey. It's still got Brian. An advantage doesn't accrue from it, so we're going to come back, and it looks like there's a second player from the Banner going to go into the referee's book here, and that's the one thing, is when Brian does run at him every single time, he's drawn fouls. Absolutely,
and he does seem to be the man that's cutting through like a knife, and the Banner don't really have much of a choice other than to do what they're doing, but they've got to make sure they spread around those cards, because it will get dangerous towards the end of this match.
So that brings Harry O'Gorman from his goal once more. Up he comes. He'll be about, I suppose, 40 yards out, but once more he's nearly dead centre straight in front. So once he gets a good connection, you would expect the distance is no issue. It's just a matter of keeping it on target.
Yeah, absolutely, and he does seem to be, I think, inside the 40-metre arc on this one, but it does give you an insight into what may happen in the second half if Harry's on these from 45 metres out.
So here comes Harry. There is no problem with the connection. There is with the accuracy, however. It's 5 wides now for the afternoon for the Cooraclare men. And I suppose we were hoping for a high score. We've had a lot of opportunities, but the scoreboard is still 2 points to 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams still settling, and probably the prize that's at stake here is so great that both teams are a little bit nervous and maybe overshooting so far.
Conor Dennehy takes possession from the kick out, has the opportunity to look once more for Fuad, and here comes Akawela forward. He comes up towards the 45, looking in towards the centre. The opportunity is there to get it to Ronan Kilroy. Kilroy now steadies the ship. He's going to go back, make sure they hold possession through Justin McGrath. McGrath looking ahead, waiting for movement. Now the movement comes in, it goes in front of Meehan. Meehan with the ball, looks for Meehan. Here comes Shane, but he was outnumbered. He's probably a little bit lucky to get that as play going on, but I think Barry's going to call it back. It'll be an opportunity now for the Bannermen to just try and level the scores once more.
Yeah, Shane was left no opportunity but to go for that gap. I suppose most of us or most boys out there wouldn't even consider going for that gap, but the quality of Shane meant that he had a chance of getting through or be fouled, so it does give them a great opportunity to get another point on the board.
So it's going to be just inside the 45-metre line, and it's going to be Sean McMahon who's going to take responsibility for this on this occasion. So you can see a change of plan straight away. Ronan Kilroy was on the one from outside the 45, but it's Sean with his first opportunity really of the afternoon to try and tie us up here.
Yeah, and I think that would probably be pre-planned in that Sean would take the closer in ones, and Ronan would be noted for his long distance kicking.
That's short, however, it bounces inside, it's going to break. It's Meehan that's looking for it. He gets down over it, he loses possession, goes to ground, pushing the back is what Barry gives on it. So it's going to be an easier free on this occasion, just on the 21-metre line, slightly to the right of the post.
Yeah, really, Tomas Meehan really committed to that, and deserved his free on that occasion. So it does give the Banner a chance to tie things up, and that's very important for the domination that they've had.
So Sean, this time he moves it right in front of the goals as takes advantage of that little bit of I suppose slowing down the play, if you like, which happened there. So he gets his opening score of the afternoon, ties us up here with 2 points apiece. We're just hitting 23 minutes on the clock though.
Yeah, and the Banner will need every single one of them. They probably need to finish this half a little bit stronger and maybe get a few more points on the board. I'm not sure what's in that breeze, but I certainly think there's probably 4 or 5 points in it, Sean. So
it's going to be Harry O'Gorman once more out as far as the 21. He's just placing the kick and tee down here at the moment. He's looking out in front of him. He's got Kieran Chambers if he wants to go to him, but he's going to come down the stand side instead. Long it goes, dropping here on top of OD again. Up they all go, the ball breaks down. It's on the ground and it's turned over on this occasion. It looks to be, or it's Doherty who has it. Play goes on, he goes quick, but the hand comes in. He hadn't gone the extra distance, so with that the ball is going to be moved even further.
Yeah, and that's a penalty that the Banner could do without now, and probably Harry's on his way up again, and sooner or later.
But Pierce wants to go quick. He's looking ahead. As he's been told from the sideline nearly to leave it down, as Harry has changed his mind. Actually, he's going back towards the goals, and it looks like it's going to be Simon Culligan who's going to take it, because we're only, I suppose, 25 metres out now.
Absolutely, and probably the 2-point option was something that is probably not on against that breeze, and this 1-point option is within Simon's range.
Straight in front of the goals, 25 metres out, no mistake whatsoever. It's his first point at 3. He has one from play from earlier. 3 points to 2. Cooraclare lead, heading towards the 25th minute. And again, I suppose it's just that little bit of experience that with the new rules, you can't give that little bit of indiscipline. You have to let the man get his distance before you put the tackle on it, because otherwise it's nearly a guaranteed score.
Absolutely. And you can see that probably the Banner are the team that are suffering so far from the indiscipline.
Sean O'Dea goes quick again. He manages to recycle the ball back over now in front of Dara Townsend once more. Dara carrying the ball across midfield. He's looking up, looking for options, gets it in towards the centre. A little 1-2, takes the pass back there from Sean Brown on this occasion. Opens the play to the far side of the field, and forward they're going to go on this occasion. It's Shane Elliott has it. He's on the way up towards the 21. He's looking in towards the centre, checks back. You'll think that they'll recycle that ball. They won't mind maintaining possession because they are playing into the breeze, and really they've kind of controlled the opening 25 minutes or so here.
Absolutely, and they've controlled it without taking an awful lot out of themselves, I think.
Meanwhile, the Banner now have that turnover. Can they go quick? As Shane Meehan gives the pass forward, it's going to be Ronan Kilroy who's charged. Ronan goes to ground. It's a free, and with that, there's going to be a talking to here. And the question is, what colour is going to come? It's yellow.
Yeah, Pearce probably slightly lucky there, marginal. Probably not a pull down, in fairness.
The yellow card is issued nonetheless, so it's going to be Shane Meehan with the ball in his hand. He's looking ahead, looking for a bit of movement. Here it comes. He's going over towards the far side. The ball played straight in front of Thomas Meehan once more. Thomas has it heading towards the 13. He checks back. He's got 4 different sky blue jerseys with him, so he manages to look up, look for the darker blue jerseys as we see here at the moment, and with that he got it to Conor Dennehy. Ball goes to ground, touching the ground, and they're the little mistakes that are really hurting the Banner.
That's the difference so far. The Banner will probably have a good chat at half time and will tidy up an awful lot of that in the second half, and they will need to. You're thinking now the Banner will probably run the ball much more in the second half and try to create those goal scoring opportunities that these boys can get.
Sean O'Dea once more on possession. He's looking for Sean Brown on this occasion. The ball goes to ground. Owen Walsh is trying to get down over it. He's pushed on the back. He looks to go quick. Now off he goes. He's on the move up towards the 45. Gets the ball here now in front to Sean McMahon. McMahon takes on the kick. Again, it's from the 2-point area, but it's nowhere near the distance.
Yeah, you can see that probably a bit of too much urgency on the shooting on the Banner's part so far.
And all that does is hand the ball back as far as Cooraclare and Pierce Lillis on this occasion. He's looking for Jake Gary to make the run. Jake gathers the ball, gives it back as front of him, but he's turned over on this occasion. It's going to be Sean McMahon who has it. Advantage being played. So Owen Fitzpatrick now, he can take on the shot and we can come back for the advantage. The ball played back into the centre. There's nothing going to accrue from there. It is going to be a free in and an opportunity once more for the Banner to tie us up.
And if Cooraclare are going to foul the Banner, it's probably out there in that region while they're giving away the 2-pointer opportunity. They haven't conceded too many 2-pointers so far, so this is a very hard shot for Sean, but he's going to have a go.
He's only about 10 metres or so in off the stand side of the pitch here in Milltown Malbay. He thought about going backwards first. Now instead he's going to go for it, so he sets about into his routine. Here he goes, out of the hands. The kick is in. It's on target. It's not going to have the distance. Is it going to break down inside? It does, but Harry O'Gorman manages to collect it. Now he's turned over. The Banner have possession once more, just inside of 21, but the pressure is strong enough. Manages to get the ball to ground, and as they do, Cooraclare come forward. Opportunity to break if they can. It's Gary Gamlin, captain on the side, who is charged with bringing it out. And I suppose, again, there's just a little breaks that are just going Cooraclare's way today.
Yeah, and again, there's a swarm of Banner players around Brian Mack when he gets moving, and
they're underway quickly as not allowed to go the distance, so is it? If we're going to go forward towards the 45. Now we'll see what Sean wants to do. He will have the opportunity if he wants to come outside it, but he's going to go all the way, and he's going to kick it from the 21.
Yeah, that's a wise decision by Sean. He's certainly going to put a point on the board here and just add another one, and all of those are going to be very important in the second half.
So Sean settles himself down. We are hitting towards the 29-minute marker as that kick goes in. It's over the bar. It's a second pointed free for Sean. It's 3 points apiece here in Milltown Malbay. As we say, we've just got about a minute or so to go in normal time, so we'll keep an eye out on Barry's hens to see if there's any signal going out. But meanwhile, Harry O'Gorman has the ball in his hand and he's going to make his way back out in front of the 21-metre line. No rush whatsoever, and I suppose, given the position that they're in with the breeze to come, you would think that Cooraclare will be the happier side.
They'll certainly be happy. I like the way that their midfield. Sean O'Dea's given them great options at midfield, and while Brian Mack is at the other side, and they've had great joy on Sean O'Dea's side, while Cooraclare are putting all their attention on Brian Mack, or the Banner have been putting their attention on Brian.
Ball breaking down, it's into the hands of Gary Donlan on this occasion. Gary manages to hold possession under the pressure of 4 different bannermen as they work the ball over here in front of Ronan Donlan. Ronan out, plays it out in front of Jake Gary. Gary has it, gets the pass straight up in front of Dara Townsend once more. Dara with the ball, he looks for movement ahead, it's not there, so he checks back, maintains possession. 2 different banner players run into each other. That opens the gap for Gary to attack. He does so, he's heading up now towards the edge of that 40-metre marker. Now he gives the pass straight out inside. It's a one-on-one inside. Conor O'Toole trying to hold his man out. He's no option but to let him go. Niall Walsh, the next one to appear, puts the pressure on, but it's going to be a double bounce on this occasion. It's a free out, and I suppose just reward for the pressure that the bannermen put on.
And they're doing quite well back there. They're apart from that penalty opportunity, there's been very little goal scoring opportunities conceded at both sides.
So Owen Walsh steadies the ship here now at the moment. He was looking for a bit of movement, but Cooraclare had their defensive structure set up, so they're just going to hold and wait. Now the ball goes to space, out coming attacking. That ball goes straight in front of me, and once more he tries to check. He's looking for options. Thomas is in to come all the way back. Shane Meehan was looking for it. He decides to bypass him. He's going to go that little bit wider over in front of Matthew McGrath. McGrath now gets it as far as Meehan. Here comes the shot from Shane. That one is in. That one is a 2-pointer.
Yeah. That's a super shot from Shane.
No.
That's a 1-pointer, I think.
1-pointer, actually,
yeah.
Sorry. I thought the hand had gone up to signal it, but no, it is a 1-pointer, so we're going to be tied up again, 4 points apiece.
Yeah, and as it goes on, the banner are settling into it. They'll be quite. I think both teams are going to be very happy going in at half time. Cooraclare will see the breeze, and they've played very well, have exerted minimal energy, I think, so far, but they will have to explode in the second half. And the banner have got themselves to grips with the championship semi-final.
Here comes that long kick out. Up they all go. Sean trying to get his hands to it, but on this occasion it's into the hands of Justin McGrath. Justin now puts it forward in front of Meehan once more. Thomas has it, but he's 2 different men around him. The ball goes to ground. Down over it on this occasion is Conor Dennehy. Dennehy looking outside him. He has options if he wants to go for him, but with that, Barry Kelly decides we've had enough action in the first half. So just as we hit the 32-minute marker, the sides will head to the dressing rooms with 4 points to 3. It's the banner just slightly in front.
Yeah, and I think for the last 3 or 4 minutes there's been an extra impetus about everything the banner have done, led by their captain Owen Walsh, winning breaks and carrying ball forward, and last few kickouts as well. So they'll be going in with a pep in their step, knowing they have a lot of work to do in the second half, but really delighted that they're actually well able for this Cooraclare side.
I suppose what will worry him a small bit, Owen Fitzpatrick did pick up a knock here near the end of it. He's limping badly on the way in, so they will hope that he'll be available to come back out.
Yeah, and I think it's set up for a cracker of the second half. I think both teams have men in the bench that will be well able to come in and carry the fight all the way to the end, so that they've some fantastic finishers. Cooraclare will probably have learned from the first half that maybe 2-pointers aren't as easy with that wind, and they probably bring it through and be satisfied with the 1-pointers. So yeah, it's amazing. It's all to play for. It's not the high scoring game that we'd expected so far, but it's still very much 50-50.
No, I suppose it's not on the board, but at the same time it is high energy, both sides attacking each other. It's not that teams are looking to, I suppose, hold the ball and defend. They are looking to get forward at every opportunity. It's just in the conditions that maybe they're missing as much as they're scoring today. Yeah,
there have been quite a few turnovers, and on both sides, probably a little bit more so on the banner side, to be fair, but I did just see in the last few minutes the banner certainly playing a type of game that they'll probably bring into the second half, which is that running game and that faster game, and they seem to have found that. I expect Pearce to be able to come up and maybe get at the end of a few moves, and maybe Brian Mack as it opens up in the second half. There are certain guys that are carrying cards on the banner that won't be able to put in those hands as much as they did in the first half, so expect it to open up a little bit there, and probably at least 1 or 2 goal scoring opportunities to come Cooraclare's way with that wind.
With that, we'll let you enjoy the highlights of that first half here from Hennessy Park in Milltown, Malbay. Join us again in a little under 10 minutes time for throw up here. The game is in the balance at the moment. It's the banner 4, it's Cooraclare 3.
Custom sportswear and workwear by Baru Sports in Ennis and Shannon. From clubs and schools to local businesses, we design quality gear that looks sharp and lasts. Baru Sports Ennis and Shannon, custom made for your team, your work, your game. Call us now on 061 364 750.
Inside the D, now he's on the smaller of the Ds as the kick goes in. And we wait and see. I think that one is in. It is indeed. It's over the bar.
But it's an opportunity.
Here comes the kick. In it goes. It never wavered whatsoever. Straight in and over the black spot. So Sean, this time he moves it right in front of the goals as takes advantage of the
and this 1 point option is within Simon's range.
Straight in front of the goals, 25 metres out, no mistake whatsoever. So Sean settles himself down. We are hitting towards the 29-minute marker as that kick goes in. It's over the bar. It's a second pointed free from Matthew McGrath. McGrath now gets it as far as Meehan. Here comes the shot from Shane. That one is in.
That's
and
super.
That one is a 2-pointer.
Yeah, that's a super shot from
back onto the field here in Hennessy Park in Milltown Malbay. The only one missing, and it's not for the first time, I suppose, in Milltown Malbay, is the man in black that stands in the middle.
Yeah, well, certainly, I'm sure he'll arrive soon, and he'll make his presence felt. He's on the way, Sean.
Well, no one knows the grounds better than Barry around here, so yeah, we won't be waiting too long. I suppose we did see on the way in as well, Owen Fitzpatrick seemed to be carrying a knock, so he seems to have re-emerged out, but they'll be watching a close eye on him from the Banner side from there.
Yeah, and he started well. He's quite lively taking them on, so he would be a loss if he had to make way.
So Barry is making his way in towards the middle here at the moment. He's just making sure everyone is back outside both 45s. He has the ball at his feet now at the moment, and he'll get us back underway. So it's the Banner with the slimmest of leads here at the moment, but they'll be playing into the teeth of that bit of a win here in Milltown Malbay. 4 points to 3 as here he comes with the ball. Up it goes into the air. We watch and see where it breaks. It's going to be Cooraclare's possession straight away. And they're going to attack through Brian once more. It's Brian looking ahead. He's inside the 2-point zone. Now he works it back outside. Here they come. They're taking on the 2-point shot early. And if they do, we haven't got 15 seconds on the clock, Michael, and they put themselves back in front.
Yeah, that was Simon, and that was really showing everybody how it's done. That was a perfect move, and Brian was looking for Simon after making that cut through, and I think the whole Cooraclare team knew what was on at that stage and really well executed.
So they nudged themselves in front. It's 5 points to 4 here at the moment, and the ball is back with Mark Cleary. Mark looking for options. It wasn't on to go short, so he steps back. Here he comes. He's going to be forced to drop it down. It's going to land around the 65. Up they go. It's broken down on this occasion by Jack Carey as he goes forward, but instead it's Shane Lillis who takes the ball, gives the overlap opportunity here for Sean Brown. Sean Brown goes low, and it whizzes across the post out to the left and wide, but an early indication, I suppose, from the Cooraclare men. You give them space and time and they'll attack with pace.
Yeah, really exciting start to the second half. We, a chance of a goal and a 2-pointer, and the 2-pointer really taken well, and a goal chance. You can see Cooraclare decided to attack the Banner kickouts, playing from the front and breaking it down. That's going to give them a lot of opportunities.
So Mark Cleary under pressure once more to try and get it away. Here he comes. He's going to get a little bit shorter on this occasion. Ball broken down. It's going to be into the hands though of Conor Dennehy. They do maintain possession as Conor gets it back to his captain. It's Owen Walsh. Owen now looking ahead. He plays the little 1-2. Opens it out in front of Fuhad here at the moment. He looking to give it. He makes the run again, but it's going to go straight in front of Tomas Minahan here at the moment. Tomas plays it in. However, it's turned over on this occasion. The Banner had plenty of numbers, but there was a bit of pulling and dragging, and that's going to give Cooraclare the opportunity with through Sean O'D to attack, Michael.
Yeah, and Sean's having a really good game here, and he's pulled, he's a lot of the features of Brian Mack, and Brian is now on the ball.
Brian is on the ball. They've gone fast. They weren't waiting for any opportunity to take the kick because they've worked it here in front of Shane Lillis. Shane gets the kick off. Shane gets his
yeah,
on the board.
The Cooraclare machine is really cranking up the gears now. That was a really quick, incisive move with the two midfielders involved and Shane.
Now the Banner are being forced into a change. Oisin McMahon is making his way in, and we wait and see. It's actually Conor Dennehy looks to be the man that's going to be called the show.
Yeah, and Oisin is a very elusive player, so the Banner will expect him to get on the ball and take them on, and maybe to draw some frees on that journey.
So kick out once more from Mark Cleary. He's dropping it down. Up they all go. The hands go up. It's won by Justin McGrath on this occasion. Justin goes early, goes fast into the centre. Brian McNamara stood up his man, but if he did, the hands were too high. Advantage being played, but on we go. They take it quick. Work it over now, over in front of it looks to be into the hands of Owen Fitzpatrick as Owen was looking for a pass. Here he has possession, plays it back out in front of his men. But I suppose what we're not seeing, I suppose, is that little bit of urgency we were expecting with the pace and the youth that they have.
Yeah, I think the Banner have certainly been rocked by the Cooraclare start to the second half. Now Shane Meehan is on the ball, and
it's a kick from Oisin McMahon at the end of it all. It's got out to the right and it's gone wide. So Oisin, just his first introduction into the fray, he was under pressure kicking it, but he never really got the foot around it.
Yeah, and it puts them in the position where they have to go out now and win this kick out. Those chances probably don't come along that easily now against the Breeze, so it's important that Banner win this kick out and keep the pressure up on Cooraclare.
Oh, here they come. It's Harry O'Gorman. We'll wait and see how long this one goes. It's going to drop on the halfway line. Up they all go. The ball is going to break down inside. Cooraclare looked like they were maintaining possession, but Brian McDonald gets it instead for the Bannermen. He's on the ground, but he manages to get the ball free over in front to Sean McMahon. Sean McMahon now on his way free inside the 45. He tried to lay off the pass. Intercepted on this occasion, but advantage been played, and it'll be an opportunity now to see if the Banner can set up their first opportunity.
Yeah, and you know, in front of the goal seems quite crowded and clogged at the moment. Cooraclare playing a good part in making sure that's happening with boys with the threat of Shane Meehan. That's certainly going to make it hard to get through, but
Shane plays that little pass in over the top. Now he gets it back. He's on the 21, coming that little bit further. He decides to play the ball out to his captain, which is Owen Walsh. Here comes Owen, gives the fist pass here inside. The Banner have possession. Are they going to be able to get it off to have? Is there a chance? Here's the shot. It's hit the post, and out it goes. It's gone wide, but an opportunity there. But isn't it? No, it's gone in between the posts.
Yeah. A lot of balls coming back from off the steelwork at that side of the pitch today, and you know, there was a goal opportunity on there, and that's probably something that the Banner would have needed, but they'll be delighted to get something on the scoreboard after that move.
So 6 points to 5. Cooraclare just in front. 5 minutes gone here in the second half, and straight away there's a difference even in the tempo of what this game has been played.
Absolutely, both of them know that, you know, there's 28 or 9 minutes left now to get into a county final, and this is where you do your business.
So Harry delivers that kick long down around midfield, but up again goes Brian McDonald. He gathers it for the Banner. He manages to look for the runners, plays it off here in front of Oisin McMahon. McMahon carrying it forward, the fresh legs in off the bench only moments ago. Gets the ball as far as Matthew McGrath. McGrath now cuts in, lays it off. Here's a chance to equalise. Sean McMahon takes on the shot, but it's drifting away, and it's drifting left and wide.
Yeah, the Banner will be happy with these opportunities. They probably will have to convert one or two more of them. Some excellent midfield play here this evening, Sean, you know, from the midfielder Sean O'Dea on the Cooraclare side, and Brian Mack on the Banner side with some great fetches. Justin McGrath with a couple of great catches as well, and obviously Brian Mack doing what he always does.
So it's going to be back with Harry O'Gorman once more. He's surveying the scene. He's not going to have the opportunity to go short, so this one, as you would expect, will land around halfway once more. Here it goes. And that's exactly what it does. It lands in the far 65, but the Banner are reading it all the way. Justin McGrath was going down over that ball. It comes as far as Keane Rinn on this occasion. Rinn gets it in front of Ronan Kilroy. Kilroy with the kick pass here in front. Is it going to hold up in the breeze? Up they go. The ball breaks behind, but there's plenty of Sky Blue jerseys back there waiting for it.
And you know, Cooraclare always had that extra man back on the inside. You know, if Tom had caught that, he was going to have to be 2 men to get close to goals.
So Cooraclare walking that ball up. They're outside their own 45 here at the moment, but there's a bit of space for them to attack. They're carrying that ball. They're looking for the run there of that. Jack Carey. Carey decides to go backwards with it once more. In front of Pierce. Pierce now opens the play towards the far side of the field. The runners are coming. It was Gary Donlan was looking for it, but instead back in towards Pierce it goes again. They're opening the play over in front of Kieran Chambers. Chambers now with possession. He's got options in front. J. Carey is looking for it. It goes as far as Carey has possession. Now there's movement. Is he going to go early? Here's the little fist pass here for him to run onto. He's looking for it back. The pass comes from Shane Lillis back in front of Carey. Carey gets his hands to it. Can he create a scoring opportunity for Lillis once more? The little 1-2s, but the Banner just managed to get the numbers around, get the hand in, and work that turnover.
Yeah, super tackle, I think, by BMAC there at midfield, getting the hand in this possession.
Oh, but that attack forward is turned over straight away by Ronan Donlan. Donlan on his way back for the Cooraclare men. He's got 3 different Banner jerseys in front of him. He needs to turn back, but he's fouled on this occasion by Brian McDonald, and it's going to be an opportunity for the Cooraclare men to go quick, and they do so with Brian McNamara. McNamara lays the pass off. Here comes the kick. We'll follow it in, but this one is going left, and it's going wide. It was Darragh Townsend at the end of it on that occasion.
Yeah, and well within his range, and that's Darragh's probably second wide to the left-hand side, so still back him to get on the scoreboard before the end of this game.
So back it goes towards Mark Cleary once more. Mark is looking to go short. That's where he's working it out in front of Niall Walsh. Niall opens the play over in front of Conor O'Toole. O'Toole has it back in towards the centre. He's looking for Justin McGrath. McGrath looking for movement ahead, but it's not coming, so he gives the pass over in front of Keane Rinn. Rinn now gets him up as far as the 65, heading towards the halfway. That toe tap went a little bit too far, but Rinn manages to work it back into his own hands. He needs opportunity, however. He needs a player in possession, and he's got to get it over here in front of Matthew McGrath, looking for Shane Meehan. Shane Meehan with possession. He looked ahead ahead to see if there was any options. There wasn't, so he carries it. Up he goes. He's inside that 40-metre arc. He's heading towards the 21. Ball in hand. Tries to jink back in. He's pulled to the ground. It's a free in and an opportunity now for the Banner to tie us up again.
Yeah, and what Brian Mack is doing for Cooraclare, Shane Meehan has decided to take on that role for the Banner, and really unstoppable. And Shane had goal in his mind there, so again Cooraclare stopped him and have handed over the point chance to the Banner.
So here comes the opportunity. It's on the 21, and Sean McMahon was always going to finish it from there. He's third pointed free, and all three of them have nearly been 21 metres out and straight in front.
Yeah, and against the breeze like that, Sean will back himself for anything out to 30 metres.
So it's going to be Harry O'Gorman. Back he goes once more. That gives the Banner men time to tie up all their men, which means that the ball is going to have to go to distance. Here comes Harry. He steps back. The kick goes. Drop it again just over the halfway line. Up they go. Tried to get there on that occasion was Matthew McGrath, but it bounces off his hands. But Matthew manages to get the hand in. However, he's deemed to have been committed a foul in the act earlier on in the play, so Pierce has an opportunity to go back on the 65-metre line, and there's plenty of space if Cooraclare want to attack it, and that's exactly what they do. They deliver the ball straight in front. Brian has time to steady himself. He's taken on the 2-point strike. Here it goes. Not alone did it have the distance, but if it was another 5 metres, it still would have carried.
And I think you nailed it there, Sean, when you talk about plenty of space, and that seems to be a slight difference at the moment, that Cooraclare do look to have that extra little bit of space to take on the shot or to take on the man.
So it's their second 2-pointer, I suppose, which is what's making the big difference as well. The Banner took on the opportunities. They either went astray or dropped short. Meanwhile, Cooraclare have had 2 chances and they converted both.
Absolutely, and if you're getting players like Shane Lillis and Brian Mack at the end of those moves, they rarely miss.
James Burke, I think, has been introduced wearing number 21, and he's come in instead of Sean Brown on this occasion for Cooraclare. So he comes in with his side, 8 points to 6 ahead, and he gets his hands straight on the ball. Works it here in front of Jack Carey. Jack now is heading forward, but his ball is turned over into the hands of Brian McDonald. McDonald looking for options, but they're not there. Now he steadies it down, gives it as far as Oisin. Oisin McMahon now with the kick pass. He's looking for Meehan. Shane comes looking, wins that ball. He's trying to take on his man, Gary Donlan, trying to hold him outside. He jinks back in. He's not going to have the, I suppose, the angle to take on the shot, so he decides to maintain possession, gets in as far as Owen Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick loses possession but gathers it back, works it into Ronan Kilroy. Kilroy now looking for Thomas Meehan. Meehan working the play. In they come towards the centre. It's going to be Furan who has it. The opportunity is there. Has he taken too much out of it? He hasn't, says the referee, but he is crowded on this occasion. Works it all the way back as far as Brian McDonald. McDonald now free over as far as Matthew McGrath. Matthew takes on the kick, and once more it just drops short into the hands of Harry O'Gorman.
Yeah, that's going to suit Cooraclare. Cooraclare playing excellent defensively in that pushing out, and they have Pierce dropping back into that pocket to prevent the goal opportunities.
Sean McMahon put the pressure on this occasion. It meant that Cooraclare couldn't get the ball away. They held on to it too long, so an opportunity now for the Banner just to eat into that 2-pointer moments ago, and I suppose that's what you want. The minute you cough up a score at one side, go and try and get something back at the other.
Yeah, and credit to Banner for winning that ball back and getting back. It's a very important point now. Brings it to a 1-point game, and that's exactly where Banner want to be in the closing straight.
So the kick out once more is coming from Harry O'Gorman. Harry steadying himself up. He's down over the ball here on this occasion. As once more, the Banner have all their men tied up, so he's going to go long. It's only a matter of which side. It's going down the far side this time. Up they all go. But it is a Cooraclare possession. They have it. They call the mark, and they're waiting to play it over into the hands of Jack Carey once more. And we'll wait and see. Barry Kelly seems to be told something here in his earpiece. We're not 100% sure what's going on, but play has resumed anyway, whatever it was, Michael, so we're not 100% sure.
Not sure. I think we just have to be impressed with the fielding again of Sean O'Dea out there.
There's play through Keane Wynn, comes forward, he gets the ball as far as Matthew McGrath. McGrath goes in early, out they come looking for it. Meehan has it, he has the opportunity, but he never wrapped a foot around it. It's got out, but a pull in the jersey, says Barry Kelly. It's going to be a free in. I suppose he was frustrated with the opportunity, but nonetheless they'll get a second bite.
Yeah, I think he knew he had a free one there. He did really well to win that ball, and once the advantage was placed, he had a free shot.
So substitution coming for the Bannermen. Owen Fitzpatrick is the man being called ashore on this occasion, and Johnny Martin, where number 22 has been introduced. We have nearly 14 minutes gone, so he'll have 16-17 minutes to try and make a big impact here.
Johnny has loads of experience and a real leader around that group, so his presence is going to certainly add a little bit more to their attack.
As it's going to be that free in, and I suppose the big thing from the Banners' point of view is they did cough up the 2-pointer, but they convert this. They've turned over 2 frees, 2 opportunities, and all of a sudden they're back square.
Absolutely. Again, this isn't an easy one, but it's a chance, and the Banner are still very much in this.
So here comes that opportunity. In it goes from Sean. It is in. It's over the bar. I suppose, to be fair to him, he's had 6 opportunities. The first one just dropped short. The other 5 he's made no mistake from. We're all tied again. It's 8 points apiece as we head towards nearly 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it's game back on for Cooraclare. Cooraclare have to go again and stretch ahead and look to their big players to get on the ball. So the likes of Brian and Pearce and maybe another 2-pointer. And hopefully, for their point of view, they'll be looking at creating goal-scoring opportunities.
And I suppose the other side of it is obviously they had the breeze at their back in the first 30 minutes. They only kicked 4 in that 30. We're only hitting 15 minutes here and they're 4 on the board already.
That's it. And both sides, probably the Banner probably be the happier side right this minute, given that they're playing against a considerable breeze.
Brian McDonald has possession for him. He's working it over in front of Justin McGrath. McGrath now has it on the halfway line. He's looking for movement ahead. Here it comes. It's into the hand there of Oisin McMahon. Oisin is looking for runners. They aren't ahead of him, so he's going to have to check back. Gets the ball as far as McGrath once more. Justin has it. Here goes the puck pass. In it goes. He's looking for Shane Meehan, but Shane is under pressure on this occasion. Doesn't matter to hold possession, and that's where the experience of Pearce comes in, and he just gets that turnover.
Yeah, that was excellent. And Pearce's role on Shane there is going to become important as this game develops.
Pearce now back in possession once more. He plays the ball back inside his 21, but they work it over in front of Sean O'Dea once more. Sean gives the kick pass and goes straight. Johnny Martin trying to get down over it, and maybe he's just not up to the speed of it at the moment. And Jack Carey manages to take it away, but it was a dangerous pass there
was a huge opportunity for a turnover and maybe a goal scoring opportunity again for the Banner. And
Brian Mack has advantage. He's not going to look for it because he's heading inside that 2-point arc. Here they come. They're heading towards the 21. There's runners off the shoulder, but it's turned over inside. And Barry deems that the advantage wasn't over, or maybe he was playing a second advantage on that occasion. So it's going to be a free in about, I suppose, 40 metres or so out. And we'll wait and see. And indeed it is Harry O'Gorman that's making his way up. But he's been told to go back in because with the breeze at the back, the forwards will take care of this one.
Yeah, it looks like it. And an opportunity for Cooraclare to go ahead, and as this game develops, we're looking at maybe a margin of 1 or 2 points in this for a finish, as opposed to the high scoring game that we anticipated.
So here comes the opportunity. Out they come. It's straight in front of the goals from Simon. Here comes the strike, but on this occasion Simon Culligan is just off target. It goes left and it goes wide, and it's a let off for the Bannermen as Mark Cleary comes towards the 21-metre line.
Yeah, and absolute savage credit to both sides here for the defensive displays in the pressure that they're putting on and keeping the other team at bay.
That ball is going to drop inside. Pearce puts the hand to it. He gets his second attempt. He's going forward. He has advantage, and he goes to ground. There's no advantage there. He's looking for, I suppose, a little bit more than the free on this occasion. But Barry looks like he's paying no heed whatsoever. He's going to get himself back into position as Pearce leaves it on this occasion. So Harry O'Gorman, we spoke about the distances he had just inside the arc in the first half. This one will be on the 45 and an opportunity for a 2-pointer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Cooraclare probably need this score in that they've been knocking on the door, but they haven't been breaking down the Banner so far. So the Banner are still very much alive in the game. Interestingly, Pearce has stepped it up in the last few minutes, and that's probably what Cooraclare need in the last 10 minutes of this game if they are going to get over the line.
Well, Harry got told to move it back a little bit more, so he's more 50 metres from the goals here at the moment. So this will give us a real indication of the power in his boot with that breeze behind him. He's hitting halfway with the kickouts. This one is going in. It's just going to have the legs, is it? It is. It's over the bar.
Shot. That's a super score.
And that is another big score. 3 2-pointers in the second half already for the Cooraclare men as they get themselves out. It's 10 points to 8, and there's a substitution coming once more for them. So Aidan Considine, who was in as a blood sub during the first half, he's in as a mainstay sub now for the next 13 or so minutes, and we'll keep an eye and see who makes way. But I suppose we spoke about the importance of those 2-point scorers. It's 3 of them now, so they've 6 points on the board from 3 opportunities.
Yeah, that's the difference, and that should be good enough to surge you ahead, but yet they're still only 2 points ahead, and the banner is still very much in the game.
Dara Townsend was the man that's called ashore, but Cooraclare managed to turn over that kick out. They have possession again. They work it in front of Shane Lillis. Shane is on his way forward. He's got opportunity to work that ball inside, but the banner just get pressure on it. They turn that ball over. It's going to be Brian McDonald on this occasion. Brian playing the ball over here now in front of Oisin McMahon. Oisin gets it to Shane Meehan, but Shane is on his own halfway line as he carries that ball. He's been tracked all the way by Gary Donlan, so he decides to check back in for Johnny Martin. Johnny with the possession works it here now in front of Matthew McGrath. McGrath is on his way forward. Here comes the pass. They're working it into that scoring area, just losing the feet at the wrong time. Gets it back as far as Johnny gets his opportunity, but this one stays right and wide.
Yeah, Thomas Minahan playing a really good game inside the full forward at the moment, winning everything that comes in, creating the threat, giving them a focal point, and probably just need to get 1 or 2 runners off him quickly to create an easier scoring opportunity.
So the gap stays at 2 as we hit towards the 20-minute clock here in the second half. 10 points to 8. It's Cooraclare in front, and Harry O'Gorman once more. He's back there on his own 21-metre line. He has the opportunity to deliver this ball beyond halfway. It's exactly where it's dropping. Up they all go. It's won on this occasion by the Bannermen, and forward they come. It's open country in front if he wants to deliver, but Shane Meehan looks for the pass. He takes the pass. He draws the advantage, loses possession, and we're going to come back. It's a free in, but that free in is gone quickly with Shane. Here he comes. He's looking for movement ahead. It's not there. He's got 3 different Cooraclare men around. Somehow he's still in possession. He wiggles his way inside the 21. Here comes the kick from Shane. That one looks like it's on target. It is indeed.
That's a super score by Shane.
I mean, from Shane.
Shane's probably pulled 3 times on that journey and had 3 separate frees won, and he still had the composure to kick that point.
And once more, just as they've done with the last 2 pointers they conceded, they have, I suppose, got the next score, which makes sure that the gap stays at 1.
And that's what they keep on doing. And you know, if the Banner are in this game with 30 minutes up and 3 or 4 minutes of injury time, they'll consider that they're in with a right chance.
Colin McNamara looks like he's going to be introduced shortly. We have about 9 minutes on the clock, but you'll expect that 9 minutes will probably be 10 or 11 by the time additional time is played. As that ball breaks down, there's a race for possession. It's going to be the Banner who gather it. The ball is being played out towards the side, looking there for Justin McGrath. McGrath picks it up, goes back in towards the centre, back in front of Owen Walsh once more. Owen plays it to Johnny Martin. Martin has runners. It's Owen Sheen McMahon on this occasion. Oisin has made a difference since he came on, and maybe I'm putting the curse on him because the delivery just wasn't what he was hoping.
The idea was certainly good. The connection just wasn't as good as the idea, but look at Oisin has made a big contribution. And interestingly, on those long kickouts, the Banner have won the last 2 or 3 of the Cooraclare long kickouts, which will please them.
So Colin McNamara has made his way in. He's going towards full forward, number 14 on his back, and it looks like possibly is it Shane Lillis that's making way, I'd say, Michael.
I think so, yeah.
So Shane, he had kicked a lot of ball today. He got through a lot of work during his outing, but
he's
fresh
really
legs now.
He's had a great 50 minutes, and you know, somebody else just takes over the mantle now.
Here comes the kick out once more. It looked like it was going to be turned over on that occasion by Matthew McGrath, but Cooraclare managed to hold possession. They still have it. There's 3 different Banner players around that ball. Touched on the ground and off they go quick again. Here they go. Runners in front of them. There's an opportunity there for Matthew McGrath to deliver, but instead he goes to Johnny Martin. Johnny now uses the fist. He gets it in front of Sean McMahon. Sean is looking to take on his man. Here he comes. Can he make an angle? He has 5 on the board already. They're all from place ball. Here's his opportunity. Gets it as far as Shane. Shane just losing the feet at the vital moment. Somehow managed to recover himself over the bar, and they've answered 4 points back.
And the combination of Sean McMahon and Shane Meehan, they're very evident. And the Banner are just keeping in touch. Cooraclare are not going to get this very easily.
They're not. It's 10 points apiece here. We've got just under 7 minutes left in normal time as Harry O'Gorman will be trusted once more to deliver that long kick out. But to be fair to the Banner, they're doing well under these kick outs.
So far, this one heading towards BMAC again, and
It's Sean O'Dea
Sean O'Dea
on
has
this
this
occasion, but he just doesn't manage to hold on to it, so it's turned over once more into the hands of Matthew McGrath. McGrath looking inside, he goes back to Owen Walsh. Owen now getting it over in front of Kilroy. Kilroy opens the play up to Justin McGrath. Justin, he's an opportunity to deliver. Here it goes, straight here in front, up looking for it. Will they get their hands on it? The Banner have it. Here comes the kick. Shane Meehan with it. Shane Meehan with his fifth
That's
today.
another superstar by Shane Meehan. And again, from a Cooraclare kick out, the Banner seem to be getting more than their fair share of those kickouts at the moment.
So Shane manages to just nudge the Banner here in front. It's 11 points to 10. With the Banner in front, 6 minutes left here in this second half. Here goes the ball. It's played as the Banner turn it over once more. They're really getting on top of the kickouts. Back into Meehan. He just can't hold it on this occasion. It was another great opportunity. If that had gone to hand, you could nearly guarantee
Absolutely,
a score.
he had, and again, he had goal in his mind. He only had one man to beat if he got that one.
Cooraclare working the ball out here into the hands there of James Burke. Burke now comes back in towards the centre. He works it over in front of Ronan Donnelly. Donnelly maintains possession. He gets it as far as Kieran Chambers. Chambers now back up over. It's Cooraclare who need the next score on the ball. Forward they come. It's going to be into the hands, it looks like, of Kieran Marnon. Marnon back in front of Pearce once more. In towards the centre goes Pearce. He gets it back to Marnon again. Kevin now delivers it straight into the new man in. That is Colin McNamara. Colin has possession. He's heading towards the 21. He's turned over in possession. However, there's a race for it. Down over it he goes. He had to work hard for that free, but he gives Cooraclare the opportunity to tie us up.
He knew what he was doing there. He went down, and the onus was on the defender not to commit to that tackle. So it does give Cooraclare a chance to get back on par again.
Back on par, and if they do so, there'll probably be only about 4 minutes left in the clock by the time the kick out comes. It's 11 points for the Banner, 10 points here at the moment for Cooraclare as we watch this latest opportunity. The free goes in, they're all looking up, and when they do so, you know that Simon has judged it perfectly. It's over the bar, and he ties it back up again, Michael.
Yeah, and he's been very good on frees all day and from play, so really elusive and really good finisher.
So it's Mark Cleary who's going to have the task now of trying to find one of his men that have been good on the opposition puck out. The question is, can they maintain their own? Here they go, long it goes. This one isn't going to be maintained because it was lucky to stay inside the grounds.
Yeah, and Cooraclare are back with momentum again, and you know, each team that get possession from kick out usually get a good scoring opportunity within 60 seconds afterwards.
And here it comes on the charge there at the moment. There's Carey. He's going in. Has he got goal in his mind? Over he goes. He twists it. He takes the right opportunity. Yeah. The game was careless, so he just twisting it over, puts Cooraclare back in front.
That could be a very meaningful score, and a right option, very acute angle, but really well taken.
So it's Jack Carey was the man who took that as the Banner. Bring in their latest one. It's Thomas O'Halloran who's been introduced. He's heading up towards the full forward line there at the moment, and we have to wait and see who it is that's being called ashore. So is it Fuhad? I think he's making his way this way.
Yeah, Fuhad has been really strong in defence there, so probably bringing in Tomas to need the scores now. Tomas has a very strong left foot.
So it means a little bit of a reshuffle as well, because Thomas has gone into the full forward line, and it's 12 points to 11. Cooraclare in front. 3 minutes to go here in Milltown as Mark Cleary steps back. He's still waiting, however, for Barry to give him the go-ahead. There's the whistle, and Oisin makes a run for it. That's where it goes, but it's going to hold up in that breeze. Up he goes. Is he going to be able to break it? He does. He gets it as far as Conor O'Toole. O'Toole now gets it into the hands of Owen Walsh. Owen Walsh up past the halfway mark, loses possession, goes to ground, but fairly so, says Barry Kelly. And it's Cooraclare who has an opportunity to go on the attack once more. It's into the hands of Kevin Marnon. Marnon gets it as far as Pearce. Pearce has his opening opportunity. Is he going to take it on? He's not. He gets it back into the hands of Colin McNamara. And Colin, he drew a 3 moments ago. He's had an opportunity, and that's exactly what you want, impact from the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, he was quite close on that occasion as well.
So Mark Cleary is going to be under pressure to try and find his man. We've 2 minutes left here in normal time, it's Cooraclare by the minimum. It's 12 points to 11 as Mark steps back. He's going to go long because he has no other options. Here it goes. It's going to break on the halfway line. Up they all go. Who's it going to break to? Pierce Lillis once more reading the break. Gathers the ball into his hand. He works it back now in front of Gerard Lillis. Gerard now with play. He's under pressure from Oisin McMahon. McMahon is turning him back towards his own goals. That's exactly where Cooraclare don't want to be with the ball, but Sean O'Dea gathers the ball. Now he's coming forward, manages to recycle it. Over they come into the hands of Chambers. Chambers has options in front of him if he wants to use it. He does so. It's going to be the Banner ball. They've turned it over. It's Justin McGrath that has it. They need to be patient. There is time to be played. We still have at least a minute plus additional, so you will expect they will get an opportunity at the end of this one, Michael.
Yeah, you can see how much it means to them. That was unbelievable work rate by Tomas there, who's just in to get involved in that turnover, and the Banner have it again.
So it's Tomas Meehan that has it. He plays it in towards the centre, towards Brian McDonald. McDonald now thought about taking it on, but instead he steadies the ship, looks for the runners. It's Justin McGrath. Justin is going to take it on, but that one is going right and it's going wide. Yeah,
that's a tricky shot against the breeze, and again I think Banner probably need to revert to their method of trying to find the boys inside and just take that ball a little bit closer, and they will get 2 or 3 more chances.
Kick out coming once more from Harry O'Gorman. And it looks like, I think I saw 3 fingers going up in the air, so 3 minutes of additional time possibly to play it with 30 seconds remaining here, so there will be opportunities. Cooraclare have possession and they also have the lead on the scoreboard, so they won't be in any urgency to use the ball unless they have to. This one looked like it was going to go astray, but on this occasion it is going to be Aidan Considine manages to get it. He's on the sideline. He's fouled though on this occasion by Owen Walsh. As that play goes on, they continue with it. It's going to be an opportunity inside the head. Advantage is now over. Going to ground. The ball is on the ground. The Banner have it. I thought advantage was over, but Barry Kelly decided otherwise, so we are going to go back for the free.
Presumably that's what we're doing, and yeah, I was under the impression that he had played on and that it was a Banner ball, but Cooraclare have exactly what they want now, which is possession and a chance to slow it down, and 60 seconds of time.
Here comes the kick. They're delivering it in front of that man, which is Colin McNamara again. Colin goes to ground. He doesn't have the ball. It breaks into the hands of Conor O'Toole on this occasion. O'Toole plays it back in towards the centre as far as Brian McDonald. McDonald with the play. They're going to come forward. There's going to be an opportunity for Shane Meehan just to release Oisin McMahon. McMahon has it. He looks for movement inside, but that pass is just too high. It's cut out by the Cooraclare man, and they'll break away again through Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce again coming to the fore, and Brian Mack now on the ball, and that's exactly who Cooraclare want on a ball at this stage of the game.
So Brian working his way in, but he's turned over in possession, so Cooraclare are giving the ball back. We have just over a minute gone, and a foul there by Colin McNamara as the Banner were trying to break free. But they're going to get back underway from where the ball landed. Sean Meehan goes quick, or Sean McMahon goes quick. Here they go. They're looking for Meehan. He makes the run for it. He gets the ball in his hand. He has what? He's 5 on the board already. If he can score this one, we potentially will be looking at another 20. Here comes the kick. But once more, just into the hands of Harry O'Gorman.
Yeah, it's Shane is working really, really hard out there, and at this stage of the game, possibly just needed to be a metre or two closer.
One more turnover might do him, however, because we are only heading towards the end of the 2nd minute of additional time. Cooraclare have got us back underway quickly. That ball goes to ground, and Owen Walsh just too close on this occasion. It's going to be a free in. No, it's full time is what's been called. Cooraclare hang on by the minimum. It's 12 points to 11. They'll play Cooraclare in the intermediate final in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, and just marginally deserving of the victory. In fairness, they were from start to finish. They controlled the first half against the breeze, and that's probably where this game was won. They limited Banner to their few points in the first half, and their experience showed. Brian Mack, Pierce, really well, really strong performance from Sean O'Dea at midfield, and Shane Lillis and Simon up front as well to carry them into a final, and they'll be absolutely delighted with that. And the Banner can be very proud of their display here today. They worked really hard, really strong performance on behalf of their club, and they've just, they're going out of here realising how close to the top table they are.
We're just looking down here, and you can see Joe Gary just wiping his brow in relief at that, which tells you how tight it was. And I suppose the big thing was that the 2 pointers at the end of the day, Cooraclare managed to hit 3 of them. Unfortunately for the banner, they just didn't come off when they had the wind at their back. And when the gap is won, it'll always come down to those fine margins.
Yeah, and you know, the type of player, the likes of Brian Mack stepping up for those 2-pointers, that really was the difference. And you know, Jack Carey's fisted point there near the end, very important, very what some people might consider a simple skill, but really well executed. And when you're under pressure coming in at that angle, that was a really important score at that stage.
Oh, and I'll give my thanks to Michael here as we'll let you enjoy the highlights of that game. But stay tuned, we will be back with reaction from the winning camp as it's Cooraclare who are heading to the county final in 2 weeks' time.
Custom sportswear and workwear by Baru Sports in Ennis and Shannon. From clubs and schools to local businesses, we design quality gear that looks sharp and lasts. Baru Sports Ennis and Shannon, custom made for your team, your work, your game. Call us now on 061 364 750.
Just inside the D, now he's on the smaller of the D's as the kick goes in. And we wait and see. I think that one is in. It is indeed. It's over the bar.
But it's an opportunity.
Here comes the kick. In it goes. It never wavered whatsoever. Straight in and over the black spot. So Sean, this time he moves it right in front of the goals as takes advantage of that.
And this 1-point option is within Simon's range.
Straight in front of the goals, 25 metres out, no mistake whatsoever. So Sean settles himself down. We are hitting towards the 29-minute marker as that kick goes in. It's over the bar. It's a second pointed free from Matthew McGrath. McGrath now gets it as far as Meehan. Here comes the shot from Shane. That one is in. That one is a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
He's inside the 2-point zone. Now he works it back outside. Here they come. They're taking on the 2-point shot early. And if they do, they haven't got it on the ball. They've gone fast. They weren't waiting for any opportunity to take the kick because they've worked it here in front of Shane Lillis. Shane gets the kick off. Shane, and out it goes. It's gone wide. But an opportunity there. But is it? No, it's gone in.
It's gone in. Handed over the point chance to the banner.
So here comes the opportunity. It's on the 21 and Sean McMahon over the ball straight in front. Brian had time to steady himself. He's taken on the 2-point strike. Here it goes. Not alone did it happen.
They're still very much in this.
So here comes that opportunity. In it goes from Sean. It is in. It's over the bar. That's 50 metres from the goals here at the moment. So this will give us a real indication of the power in his boot with that breeze behind him. He's hitting halfway with the kickouts. This one is going in. It's just going to have the legs, is it? It is. It's over the bar. Shot. That's 51. Here comes the kick from Shane. That one looks like it's on target. It is indeed.
That's a super score by Shane.
From Shane's ball. Here's his opportunity. Gets it as far as Shane. Shane just losing the feet at the vital moment. Somehow managed to recover himself over the bar here in front. Up looking for it. Will they get their hands on it? The banner have it. Here comes the kick. Shane Meehan with it. That's Shane Meehan with his 50 today. Cooraclare as we watch this latest opportunity. The free goes in. They're all looking up, and when they do so, you know that Simon has drums on the chairs there at the moment. There's a Carey. He's going in. Has he got goal in his mind? Over he goes. He twists it. He takes the line opportunity. The game was closed, so he join us here now from reaction with the victorious manager Martin Daly. Martin, a titanic battle, could have gone any way, but I suppose in the end it came down to your ability maybe to shoot those 2-pointers at the vital stages.
Yeah, in fairness, I didn't realise we had as many 2-pointers got us when the lads said it to me, but when we got an opportunity to take them, we took them. The wind was difficult, and we knew in the second half if we kept pressure on their kickers, it was going to be a struggle for them to get scores, and I think that's the way it happened.
And I suppose even just from a first half point of view, you'd have been happy enough with how you kind of dominated the territory in a way and didn't allow the Banner with the wind at their back to be able to build up a sizable lead. Yeah,
I thought defensively we were very good. I think our setup was excellent and the lads worked very hard. But we knew as well that the Banner forwards worked very hard as well, and we struggled at times maybe to get out, but to win just a point down against that breeze, we were very happy, yeah.
And I suppose what that does is it sets you up obviously for 2 weeks' time. It's a county final day. Corofin will be the opposition, but I suppose for today it'll be a matter of just celebrating the victory, but really the work starts from here now for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've a huge uphill battle against Corofin now. They gave us a nice clipping in the group stages of the championship, so we know we're up against it, but we've worked really hard actually since that Corofin game, and we've had a great response to training, and the players have really reacted extremely well to it. So we're looking forward to the final. It's another step, another day.
Yeah, I suppose even from your own point of view, like it's been a long road since that game. Obviously, a big performance in the quarter final against Kilrush. Another big performance here, pulling it out when it needed to by the minimum of margin. So that'll give you confidence heading into that game.
Yeah, since that Corofin beaten, we've beaten Avon, who were county finalists, and Kilrush, obviously one of the favourites, to get over the line with those was great. And then in the semi-final, look at the old saying is that semi-finals are there to be won, and we knew the Banner were going to give it everything, so to get over the line by a point is perfect.
Martin, thanks very much for your time. I know you're in a hurry to get into the dressing room. Congratulations today, and best of luck in that final in 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, thank you very much.
For everybody else, thanks very much for watching. Stay with us over the course of the weekend. There's obviously the 2 big senior deciders to come, so stay tuned. Keep an eye out on all the social media forums, and hopefully we'll have equally enthralling sessions in the 2 senior semi-finals that are coming over the next 24 hours.